they're not going to lay down at any means. They're going to come in here and be prepared for a dogfight. They know the athleticism that we feature and what we come to the table with. So it should be a tough game. And I think we may have a couple players that played for me once that's on that team as well.
Hey, Coach Ryan, DSM. You reported that you were thankful that you were able to make it throughout the game. I was wondering what you were thinking when you had to sit down on that chair during the game.
I was hurting. That's what I'm saying.
And how much of a toll did that game take on you?
Well, forget me. I was thankful that the kids made it. You know what I'm really happy about that? We didn't suffer from the heat exhaustion. We didn't allow that to affect us. And I think we ended up with 6 or 7 penalties?
Yes.
Yeah, which was phenomenal. I mean, you know, you guys say we just met. Now, you don't get these guys on the same page, you know all that? But it was phenomenal. My health is my health. Just to lead them out and run out the tunnel was enough for me. I did what I needed to do. Now it's time for them to get on. My health is going to be crazy. I'm going to take meds. I'm going to shoot it up. I'm going to do what I have to do to make it through. But this is about the kids. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, Brian.
Hi, Coach.
How you doing?
Good, how are you? Nick Edwards, CU Sports Report. You mentioned on Saturday that Travis has the Heisman chilling at the crib right now. How proud are you of him just to kind of have him in Heisman contention to any degree?
Well, I think we have 3 of them is in Heisman contention right now. And Travis, what he's capable of doing, I've been saying that since he got here, since he got to Jackson, when I first laid eyes on him, the kid is, he's different, as the young folks say now. He's phenomenal. He loves the game. He gets upset. Like I told he and Dylan, I didn't want to see him practicing until Wednesday. So they're going to start work tomorrow, which gave them a few days off to get their body recuperated. But this young man loves the game of football. And you try to find out the intangibles about his life so you can recruit to that. You try to find out what makes him tick, what makes him him, and you recruit to that. You're not going to find anyone in the country with that talent, but with the thought process of how he goes about life. That's what you're trying to identify and go select young men that can accompany him on his journey.
What did you think of his shirt on Saturday in the pregame and in the postgame?
I didn't see.
He's wearing a Deion Sanders shirt.
I don't know. You just first wanted to alarm me with that. I had no idea. I love it. Travis like a dirty son to me. Travis got a tear out of my eye last week, man. He brought me, I'm a fisherman, he's a fisherman. And he brought me a little lunchbox looking thing, which was a reel. It was a reel inside that was unbelievable. That, you know, you can't even get tangled up in this reel. You can't get a bird's nest in this reel. It was phenomenal. And he has the rod coming with it. And he's telling me, but he's teasing me. He's giving me piece by piece. But just for him to care enough to understand that, you know, that's what I love. And that's what we share in common. So I love that. I love that young man. It's like, it has nothing to do with his athleticism. I just love him as a person. He's a tremendous human being.
Hey, Coach Tyler King.
How you doing, sir?
I'm well, thank you. Just curious from your playing days, if you have any memories of Nebraska as, you know, as a former really big power and one of the top teams in the country. What do you remember about their team?
They were unbelievable. One of my dearest friends, Roderick Thomas, played for Nebraska, and I can remember on one of my bye weeks in college, I went to see him play, and I saw the crowd and the way they responded, and it was unbelievable. But I think I played them, I don't know, I think it was my freshman season. We went to play in Nebraska, and I'm pretty sure we won, but it was a tremendous sight to see how they love football and make it.
Hey Coach, Jack Carlo with Buffalo's Wire. On Saturday, I don't think we saw Alton McCaskill or Kamani McLean. Just wondering if you could give us an update on those two.
Well, Kamani has to be ready. He has to get ready. He has to get ready to play. McCaskill, he's close. He was mad today because he took it upon himself to take his gold jersey off on himself and not, you know, we didn't tell him to. I'm like, I don't want you hit in practice. I want you to make it to the game. But he wants it so bad. He wants it right now. And we're going to monitor him and see. He shouldn't have dressed. I wanted to take it, but he shouldn't have dressed out. Because I wasn't going to play him. That wasn't going to happen. But the kid wants to play right now. Now we got to make sure he's ready. He's prepared.
The coach, Sean Keeler at the Denver Post.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned Travis. I'm curious, as somebody who could play anywhere on the field and did, why do you think it's so hard for a defensive guy to win the Heisman, to be considered for Heisman? And what can you say to those older voters who just won't embrace that?
Because they want action. I mean, they want action. They want to see plays made, and it's hard to make plays when the play is not designed for you to make it. You got to be so aggressive and so dominant as Charles Woodson was to be able to command that type of attention and make those type of plays where you actually win the Heisman. Just having the audacity to get on the offensive side of the ball and be dominant, that gives him the upper hand. He's tremendous. I think I said I don't forget what show I was on yesterday. You have so many young men in high school that play both ways. And all these coaches promise them that you're going to be able to continue to do that when you come to this institution. And they lie. It's just doing it to get them. I haven't seen it. I just haven't seen it happen. And I told him I'm not hard front. I know how to do it. I know how to monitor it. I know how to make sure that you're where you need to be. But the rule I have that you must be dominant on one side of the ball before I allow you to go to the other side. You must be dominant. And I feel as though Travis has proved his dominance on either side of the ball. And he's in incredible shape as well.
Take it go.
He goes, Jason Jones from BuzzFeed.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, not too bad. Good day in Boulder today. Obviously, Travis Hunter looks like he might be the greatest player in college football right now.
Yes,
but I'd like to get your response to the play of Trevor Woods as well as Miles Slusher, two other DBs that were critical in that game.
Yeah, Trevor has been consistent. That's why he started. He's been tremendously consistent at understanding the playbook, getting guys lined up, and doing his job. And he did his job tremendously in that game. Slush has been a guy that's been consistent. We ask a lot of him, not only on the defensive side of the ball on special teams, but I think Slush is banged up. Are we saying that, or are we not saying that? Well, Slush is banged up. I don't think he's going to play this week. Yeah, but he's banged up, and I want to do what's best for him right now instead of what's best for us right now. I don't want him, just lagging and continue this. I'd rather him go. If he has to get a minor surgery, let's go get it right now so you can be ready for the run, because we're going to make a run.
Hey, Coach Brian, how are you doing? Good, how are you?
Good.
I know, as a coach, you mentioned the other day, you're already looking forward to the next one as soon as that one was over.
Yeah.
As you watch film, what are some things you saw that this team needs to get better at, especially defensively?
Us?
Yes.
We got to stop the run. We got to tackle a lot better. Linebackers got to do their jobs. Linebackers got to do their jobs. Coach Kelly called a great game. We must execute the calls. Great game, great call. You know what's supposed to happen, but when it don't happen, you get upset. And I can't get upset with the coach. I'm upset with the kid because I know what's supposed to happen. And we got to hold those young men accountable, and we will, and we have. So he called a great game, but we must be better defensively, because that in turn gives the opportunity or opportunities to score. But the thing about that last game, the way it was going, scoring, I just said to myself, as long as Shador has the ball last, we're good. Because he's going to get us in. He's going to get us there. I've seen it his whole life, so I'm very secure with him.
I think it was my associate press. I see big win, possible ranking. How do you keep them grounded, not read their own headlines? And do you want that? Do you want them not?
Well, I want them to read their headlines because I'm not stupid enough to think that they're not. I hate when coaches say that. Don't read your clip. No, read your clip. You bought out. I want you to read it. But you got to understand, everything they say ain't true. Either way. And we start winning, not in the news press and not on Saturday, but we started today. We started with the scout report today and understanding today. Yesterday, probably half the team was in watching film and getting prepared and studying. So I love that aspect of who these young men are and what they want. But they've seen the results of hard work and labor. They've seen that, hey man, all we got to do is win. you see all the attention that we're getting? Like that has registered now. And I think there's something that they couldn't fathom, they didn't understand it could happen because of the light that's shining up on us, and we're thankful for that. But these young men, they know now, if, man, we just ball out, we're going to get the love that we deserve. And that's all they want. They want attention, focus, and a little love and light. And ain't nothing wrong with that, as long as they use it in the right way.
Coach's poll just came out. We're at number 25.
We're at 25?
Yes, sir.
I ain't mad at that. When the last time we've been ranked?
A little bit in the COVID season before that, 2016.
Awesome.
Congratulations on that. You've said that Shador has been like this his whole life. You know, you can trust him.
Yes.
But since he's shown up to campus, as he's a young man growing up through college, have you seen him take a jump in maturity? Because from the outside looking in, it seems like he's taking more of a vocal leadership role now. He's holding his teammates accountable, maybe to another level. Or is this the same that you've seen from him his whole life?
We're in Boulder, Colorado at a Power 5. I think our press conference is a little larger than they were last year. I think the notoriety and intelligence component is a little larger than it was last year. Much larger than it was in high school, even though we had shows that showed on social media and so forth. He's been a consistent, same guy, and that's what I love about him. He rocks steady. He doesn't allow the attention and the focus and the lights to turn him or deter him or to lead him in a certain direction. He is who he is, unapologetically. He's going to speak his mind. He's not abrasive whatsoever, but he's a very intelligent young man. So when he talks, you might want to listen, because what he's saying is he's not saying to be offensive. He's just saying to educate and inform, because he's trying to tell you what he sees. And that's the first thing I ask him when he come off the field. What do you see? What did you see? He said, I didn't like that. That wasn't good. That wasn't good for us. It's cool. Let's go with it. Next series, let's get ready. So he shakes it off and he's ready for the next series. But he analyzes in everything, on and off the field. And that's something that you want from a quarterback. You want to know their lifestyle, how they act on and off the field, because that stuff translates. You can't be, you know what I'm talking about.
Last one, go ahead.
Good morning, Coach Prime. Mike Law with KUNC Radio. How are you?
How you doing, sir?
Question. Talk about this. It was at the case with the spring game. Do you think we're going to see the same type of the alumni coming back for this weekend with all the hype building up with this rivalry game?
I don't know. I'm so locked in on what we have to do. I'm not locked in on who's coming. Although I have some friends that are definitely coming that you guys don't love, to see them. But I don't know about the alumni. All I do know, if they decide to come, they have true instructions to take care of. To make sure they feel at home, to make sure they feel comfortable, to make sure they feel like they were a part of this process, and they were. I wouldn't be here in this building, I wouldn't be here going forward.
Thanks, Coach.
That's it?
Thanks, Coach.
You guys know?
Sam, is your flash on?
So we heard about the coaches poll, but if the AP comes out, like, where do you believe this team should be after the first week?
I don't care what no one says about where we should be ranked. I don't care about no ranking. I care about how we practice tomorrow. That's what I'm caring about right now. That ranking don't have a record, does it? Nah. Ranking don't have a record. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Good man, Sam. I don't care what you guys say about Sam, he's a good man.